Good morning, everyone. A beautiful, beautiful day I wish for you. And today I want to invite you on a morning practice on vulnerability. Why vulnerability today? Because in our daily lives, in our businesses, in our leadership, in our families, in our friendships and relationships, we sometimes feel we have to comply to expectations and to be and play a role and fulfill responsibilities, what we by ourselves expect from us, to be of highest service, to be of, to be a good father, good mother, a good friend, a good girlfriend, good boyfriend, good partner, good business partner, good colleague. And we have all those ideas of what this good role looks like. And when we don't fulfill it, we start judging ourselves. And that can lead to walls, emotional walls that are there around our hearts, around our bodies, and we are simply just living to fulfill this role. And that happens, and I'm observing that even in the most from the outside impactful, successful, happy people that seem to have everything. But inside, there's all those expectations to oneself. And I also see it in myself, really, really honest. And I invite you to break the pattern, to actually free ourselves, to come to a place of freedom where there is a willingness to do something, where there's not a have to, need to, must of doing something. That's expectations, right? Like you can really understand that note between expectations that we have to ourselves. Then we hear, I need to do this, I must do this, I should do this, I have to do this. If you hear those kind of voices using those kind of tone, and they're also quite directive. Alexandra, go and do this. You have to do this. Just become aware, because that's definitely an expectation talking. And then there's a gentle voice, what is more motivating, and that is a positive influence of doing things. And that's more, I get to do this, I want to do this, I enjoy doing this. And then suddenly it feels more playful, it feels more free, because we are enjoying to do this. And we can always check in with ourselves. Do I really want to do this, or do I just should do this? Because that's also a cleanse of motivation. And what helps us to get into that place of really understanding, is it a should do, have to, need to, or a want to, get to? So motivation, an intrinsic motivation, or an expectation from the outside. And to understand that, a wonderful tool is there. Brené Brown is the goddess of vulnerability. I can recommend her TED Talks, her books. It's amazing. Her podcast is also wonderful. And she really nails down this vulnerability as a tool to get to that space inside where we just are our authentic selves. And when we are there, and we can be really honest, do I want to do this, or do I should do this? And I invite you to a practice together, short meditation practice of accessing to that place of vulnerable, authentic being. So let's start. Let's just arrive here in that moment. And just take a couple of breaths. And just feel inside our body, really traveling into the body. And letting our breath be our guide. Feeling our head, throat. Feeling our arms and torso. Down to our feet and our toes. Just arriving here in that present moment. And this day, this morning, practicing. Our belly is completely relaxed. Just breathing without any pressure, nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Just presence in this moment. And all the sounds and thoughts, when they come and go, we just always come back to our anchor point for today, and that is our heart space. So you can now put all your attention and focus into your chest. And find intuitively that space where your heart is. And just feel your heart. And however it feels, contracted, open, sad, loving, it's all okay. No judgment, that's just your heart space as it is this morning. Nowhere to go, just to be present. And now, just imagine a big embrace around your heart. Maybe from someone you love, you loved. Just give yourself, from the divine, wherever you get love from, someone who really understands you, accepts you purely as you are, sees in you just the beautiful being that you are, and just connecting to that space, that heart, that wonderful, wonderful, peaceful place, and just feel that embrace, that loving, unconditional loving embrace. If it feels right, you're also invited to embrace yourself this morning. Just give yourself a hug and connect to that loving, presence. Just feel all this love for yourself into your heart. How does the heart feel? Maybe it feels ready now to open more. Can imagine this opening as an opening of your arms, of your chest. You can also use your arms opening wide, if that's helpful. Or you can just do it with your imagination. And you just open up that heart space. Becoming vulnerable because you're so open. Becoming receptive to every other energy because you're so open. And just breathing in this openness. Still feeling the loving, embracing energy, unconditional love around you. And now, listen in the deepest place of your heart that you can find with your intuition. The deepest, vulnerable, authentic place. Deep inside this open heart that is so loved and so accepted as it is. With all its imperfections, all its darkness, all its light, just as it is. And find that place deep, deep down of pure, accepted being yourself. And also give this place, give it this unconditional loving energy. Feel it tapping in even into that deepest, deepest place inside your heart. Give it an embrace, that it can be, that it's okay to be. There's nothing to hide, nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be guilty for, nothing to be afraid of. Just pure being. Nothing to be angry for. Just acceptance and love. And stay with this deepest vulnerable point of yours. Now, let this question vibrate inside your heart and listen. What do you want to do? What wants to emerge through you? What do you get to do? From this place of deepest vulnerable being, what wants to emerge through you? Just listen. No judgment. Purely listen to what comes from this deepest place. Maybe it's a inner child version of you talking that really just wants something. Maybe it's an older version of you talking. Maybe it's a wise version of you talking. Accept it. Listen. It's you. It's all part of you. And it's all completely okay. Fine and welcomed and embraced. You still have that loving, embracing energy around. And just listen. What wants to emerge through you? What wants to emerge through you today? And then I invite you to put your hands on your chest and just say thank you to this wonderful, vulnerable heart as it is, in all its beauty, all its edges. Just give some love and gratitude for showing up, for being so brave to listen, for being so brave to open. Feel that gratitude in your heart. Whenever you're ready, just gently arrive back here in that present moment in your room. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. I invite you to take that moment now to write down, maybe in your phone, in your journal, make a drawing on a post-it, wherever, on your laptop. Just write down what came there in that space, in this deep heart space, this vulnerable space of our being. Where we are just as we are. And what did it want? What wanted to emerge? And see how you could follow that today. Maybe just the first baby step. But sometimes it says big things. Sometimes it feels it's not fitting into your day. Sometimes you don't want to hear what it says, right? For me, it said absolute slowness today. So no rushing, one thing after the other. Slow down. And that's not my preferred state, to be honest. Because I love to be fast. I love to do and accomplish as many things as possible. You know, as you also, I really want to serve to the highest potential of my being. I really want to grow in the fastest pace. But sometimes, and that's what I learned listening to this wonderful intelligence inside, sometimes slowness is the fastest way to impact. So that's what I got. So I'm very curious what you got deep down in your heart. And yeah, can just invite you to follow it. And do what you want to, what you get to do. Yeah. We have the luxury of being alive, of being born in our bodies, of being simply alive. And that's the greatest gift ever. And we have that intelligence, so why not giving it a try? That's my invitation to you. You can see, you follow it, you don't. I send you much love for this beautiful day that is emerging. And know that you have this deep vulnerable being here. And there's nothing you have to do, you should do, you need to do. There's nothing. Even if it feels like it. Even if it feels like burdens, like chores. But it's all a choice. Everything is a choice when you look about it in the other perspective. And you choose to get to do those kind of things. Isn't it amazing? You choose to go to work. You choose to impact your clients. You choose to love your partner. You choose to get your body to a yoga class, whatever it is, right? You choose to. There's no needs to do, right? Just as an invitation to think about it. Much, much love. All the best here from Khao Sok now in the jungle.